So you might have heard that Aruba is very expensive. And honestly, it can be expensive depending on what type of trip you would like to have. So in this video, we're going to cover all your different options from $50 Airbnbs all the way up to $750 all-inclusive resorts. We'll also discuss restaurant expenses and how much you can expect to pay for groceries, transportation, and even medical care in Aruba. So whether you're expecting to spend 3 to 4 days on the island as a vacation, or you're going to spend 2 to 3 months on the island to get away from a cold winter, we can give you a better idea of just how much things are going to cost you. But be sure to stay to the end for our full cost breakdown so you can see exactly how much we paid for 28 days on Aruba. All in this episode of Lucas World Travel. Well, hey world travelers, I'm Kendra Lucas.
And I'm David Lucas of Lucas World Travel. And we spent 4 weeks in Aruba as a workcation. So we really got to explore most of the island and see a lot of the prices of things. And Aruba is a mixed bag. You can do it very expensively. And while Aruba will never be a cheap destination, it's possible to do it affordably as well. First of all, flights to Aruba are not that bad. Discount airlines like Spirit have round-trip tickets to Aruba for only $250 per person. If you want a full-service airline, American has round-trip tickets for $500. We did one-way tickets with American for $250. Our luggage was 24 hours late in arriving though, so American did reimburse us for new beach outfits because of the delay. So thank you, American, for the new outfits.
Next up is taxis. Now we spent about $28 US in order to take a taxi 15 to 20 minutes to our accommodations from the airport. And it was about 8 kilometers or 5 miles away. So you can get an idea of just how much 5 miles worth of taxi ride is going to cost you by that.
For accommodations, you can search for hotels on booking.com, apartments on Airbnb, and for long-term rentals on Facebook Marketplace.
Now for hotels, prices can get a bit pricey now. So just for one night at an all-inclusive like Rio, it can be $776. That does include all your meals, and this is one of the best resorts on the island. For smaller boutique hotels, though, you can expect to pay about $120 per night to $264 a night.
Airbnbs are best from 6 to 30 nights, and you can find really affordable apartments for as low as $50 a night. Usually these are further away from the beach, so you will have to take a bus to the beach, but it's still very doable.
Now we opted to stay a bit closer to the beach. We were a 13-minute walk away from Eagle Beach. So we found this studio apartment on Airbnb. As you can see, we got our dining area. On this side, we have a small kitchenette, our sink. We got a 3-burner stove top, and we got a king-size bed. And for the bathroom, everything you need. Toilet, nice big shower. And this place is about $65 a night. It's about $61 a night for the monthly rate though. So with Airbnb's monthly rental discount, that came to $17.21 for the entire month. And if you're looking for a long-term stay, you can check out Facebook Marketplace.
See, they have studio apartments for around 1,200 florins a month. That'll come to $665. These are really small though, so it's literally one room, but you do get a kitchen and a bathroom. But they also have studios for an as expensive as 2,700 florin a month. That's about $1,500. So you see a bit nicer furnishings, but still just one room. And these are all in the highly sought after Palm Beach area. And if you want a whole house with 4 beds, you can get up to $2,000 a month. Oh, it does look nice. Look at how nice the furnishings are. So for 4 bedrooms, I'm not even mad at the price, really. It is very well done.
Now, restaurants in Aruba were delicious, but often very pricey. We ate out a total of 20 times in Aruba, paying anywhere from $16 for dinner for 2 at Taco Bell to paying $80 for a seafood dinner for 2 and 2 glasses of sangria. Alcohol is really expensive in Aruba, so we rarely got drinks out there.
Now, the best way to save on alcohol in Aruba is to show up for the happy hours. Whenever we did have alcohol, it was usually at happy hour, and that was really the only affordable time to get alcohol there.
I was also surprised at how big a difference there was between lunch prices and dinner prices. This is the lunch menu at Matthews Beachside, which has very reasonable lunch prices. But look at the dinner prices, it's nearly double.
Once we saw the dinner prices, we decided that we were only going to eat out for lunch and try to cook our dinners at home as we had a kitchen. Some places we did find affordable dinners include Iguana Cantina. I got a delicious burrito here, but David's coconut shrimp was absolutely terrible, so don't order that when you go. We also got pizza delivered, which was affordable and convenient. And we also got burritos from Señor Burrito, which is very delicious, very affordable, but they have slow service. For groceries, we paid anywhere from $70 to $120 per week for the groceries. I only bought generic brand items because the name brand items were triple, quadruple the price of the generic brand. So for example, if you just have to get Quaker Oats for breakfast, it's $5.58. But if you get the no-name generic, it's only $1.42.
For activities, we spent $263 for 2 people. That includes a $65 boat tour, $20 at the National Park, $5 at the Lighthouse, $3 at the Donkey Sanctuary. Historical Museum was $5, and Alta Vista wine tasting was $35.
Mm-hmm. All of our other activities were free to enter. We just had to pay for our car rental. So we rented a small economy car for 7 days for just $235 for the whole week. We also rented a 4x4 pickup truck for just 1 day for $95, which includes all the taxes and fees. And we found renting cars and driving ourselves was way more economical than booking tours. So in order to see all the off-road attractions on the island, you would need to book 2 separate tours to do that. You could book an ATV tour that's like $120 per person, and a Jeep tour to the natural pool, which is $89 a person. So for $209 per person, you get to see the Northern Coast over 2 days, whereas we got to see the whole thing for $95 total, so $45 per person, and we got to see it all in just 1 day. I also was able to save on car insurance because I now have the Chase Sapphire Reward card, which gives you collision damage waiver included as long as you purchase the car rental with your credit card. So I highly recommend that so you can save money on insurance as well. You can find a link in the description box in order to get that card.
For fuel, we spent about $30 for a week's worth of gas for the economy rental and about $10 for a day worth of gas for the 4x4 pickup. For transportation, we used the bus, which we found to be really good and reliable. It's $2.60 per ride, and we took about 5 round-trip rides. So 2 people, that's about $52.
For laundry, our rental didn't have a washing machine, so we spent $24 for full service laundry for 2 big grocery bags full of laundry. Now, I really do hate that I know how much medical care in Aruba costs, but since I do, I will share it. So I got what I believed to be was the flu while on the island and had the worst body aches ever. And the over-the-counter medicine we had just wasn't making me feel better. So I decided to go to urgent care. The office was really nice, modern, and it cost $150 for the office visit and $75 for the flu test. And I did unfortunately test positive for the flu. So the doctor prescribed me Tamiflu, which came to $40 at the pharmacy. And also one of the best cough syrups I ever had, maybe $10, and a bunch of other medicines like ibuprofens and stuff to get through the fever. So I maybe spent $100 in the pharmacy and about $225 for the urgent care visit. Now, there was definitely a cheaper doctor right next door to the urgent care. The thing is, I got sick on a Saturday and that doctor was only working Monday through Friday. So I did have to pay more to see the doctor on a Saturday, but the other doctor next door charges about $55 per visit Monday through Friday. So now we'll just break down the total cost of what we spend.
So we spent $1,721 for a month in an Airbnb, $540 for flights to Aruba, $330 for 2 different car rentals, one at $33 a day and one at $90 a day, bus fare, $52. Restaurants, we spent anywhere from $16 to $80 for a total of $870. Groceries, we spent $431. Activities, we spent $263. $225 for a very unexpected urgent care visit, plus $100 at the pharmacy for my prescription, cough syrup, decongestant, nasal spray, ibuprofen, and vitamins. I pretty much bought everything that day. $24 for full service laundry, $40 for gas, and $56 for a round trip taxi to and from the airport. All for a total of $4,613.48.
So I'm actually pretty pleased with that number. You have to realize that we travel full time, so we don't have any expenses to pay back home. I say when we used to live in the US, our monthly expenses would be about $3,500 a month. And so spending $4,500 a month, even though that's more than what we would have paid to live in the US, I still think we got a great value for our money because we got to see and experience so much and really got to live life to the fullest this month. Very soon, I will have a new course coming out sharing how I earn passive income while we travel. And once you do the upfront work, this strategy consistently earns me $2,000 to $3,000 a month, completely passively. I literally do nothing, and this money just shows up every month. So if you would like to learn how to do that for yourself, sign up for the waitlist for that course. The link is in the description box below. If you like even more videos like this, where we break down the costs of places for you, please be sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you get notified when we post our next Caribbean video.
All right, world travelers, that's our journey through Aruba. We wish you the very best in planning your own. Until next time, check out our 15 things to know before you go to Aruba on the right there. As always, thanks so much for watching. Thanks for sharing with all of your travel pals. And happy travel planning until next time.